Welcome back to Shadle's Table. My name is Josh Shadle. I'm in my new office in beautiful Columbia, South Carolina. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Josh Shadle. I've been a bodyworker for 20 years and I am a master's track sprinter. I specialize in the 400 meter and the 200 meter, but I'm doing a lot of short sprints to improve my speed as a 42-year-old. And today I'm going to help you move better, feel better, and take back your body, because your body is your life. I had a great friend tell me your body is your life, and that has really stuck with me ever since. That when your body feels good, your mind feels good. Today I'm going to show you a few different things, how to use this Pilates ball, a 9-inch Pilates ball, super cheap on Amazon. This is an awesome product to have. And I'm going to show you how you can use this to open up your hips. All right, first exercise I'm going to show you. Now, if you don't have a Pilates ball, you could use a soccer ball, a basketball, a volleyball. You could even use an exercise ball. I just find the exercise ball is a little bit big, so you'll probably have to do it standing. Grab something you can hold on to. I suggest grabbing something that you can use two hands. You could use like a stick, but I find these exercises rather challenging, so to use two hands makes it a lot easier. Push your foot down into the Pilates ball. If you want to make it more difficult, you can point your toes and your ankle into the ball. And basically, we're just working on internal rotation and external rotation of the hip. We're just pushing down into the ball, rolling the ball back and forth. The idea right here is, instead of thinking about flexibility and stretching, think about contracting. And then to make it even more challenging, you can bring your hip out to the side. Try to keep yourself pointed in the same direction instead of pointing here. We want to let the hip come out. And again, pushing down into the ball and just rotating the hip in and out. And because it's a light contraction, like an isometric, you can hold these for a really long time. If you want to play around with this position, you can actually just sit down and kind of do the same thing. Pressing down with your foot, turning your hip in, turning your hip out. You're going to notice though, it's just totally different when you add in that contraction, that squeeze. Feels really good. I really love the feeling in my hip, because I've had really, really tight hips from 15 years of triathlon, sitting on a bike, and I've been a runner my whole life. Second one is a common position called the 90-90. So we're just taking both our legs, putting them in 90 degrees. And instead of just doing this, which is perfectly fine and super effective, we can use the Pilates ball to put it under one of the points of contact. So we could put it under our knee, and we're gonna think about the contraction. Think about contracting the tissue, and these areas you're going to find it's pretty difficult to contract because they're either restricted, it's difficult to engage, it's a motor pattern you're not used to using. So pressing that knee down into the ball, not a difficult contraction. You're not pressing hard. It's something that you could probably hold for minutes, if not hold it for like 30 seconds or hold it for whatever you can. But instead of stretching, think about contracting. If we can contract this tissue, we're going to improve our mobility. So the knee pressing down here, we could try lifting the foot up. While we're pressing down, we can put the ball under our foot. Again, I'm still in this 90 position. And now I'm thinking about pressing the foot down into the ball. I could come over to my right knee, press my knee down. I'm going to feel that all along the adductors and inside portion of my leg. And then I can go back to my foot in the rear leg. Really like this one. Again, I can keep my knee down and my foot is on top of the ball, and I'm pressing my foot down into the ball. If I want to make it more challenging, I can press the ball down with my foot while lifting my knee up. If these are new exercises for you, again, think about the contraction, slow, controlled movements. And eventually we can kind of turn these into more complex movements where you're moving the whole hip, the knee is off the ground, and you can play around with that a little bit. The third exercise, there's a million things you could do with this, but I've really been working on making the connections between the hands and the shoulders and the feet and the hips, right? We're kind of like an X. Think about your feet as if they were your hands and you are just grabbing the ball. And again, we're gonna contract the ball. We could do it down on the ground. We could come onto our back. That'll ease some of the tension in the abs. Again, I'm squeezing the ball. I could bring it up. I could move this around a little bit. This is, again, squeezing the inner thighs, which all connects to the pelvis and the hips. Play around with this a little bit. And that's pretty much it. So give these exercises a try. Do them slow. Think about the contraction, slow, controlled contraction. Thinking about your feet as if they were your hands, connecting your feet to your hips. And just notice how your hips feel after you do these exercises. And those are all really good things for back health, hip health, even sexual health, right? If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.